Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Great Roleplay Survey results. I'd like to thank, I think I had 143 of you work through the survey, which I really appreciate you taking the time to do. So I'm just going to go through roughly what you guys said and kind of what my intentions are to do off the kind of back of it, and generally curiosity as much as everything else. So my first question was about how long should a role play be? I normally aim for about half an hour, and 60% of you approximately, I'm going to generalize the statistics, 60% of you basically said that's what you'd like. That's what you want. But interestingly, more of you went higher. So 20% of you said 45 minutes, and about 15% of you said around an hour. So I think what I'm going to do is aim the role plays a little longer, say so between half an hour and 40 minutes, rather than between 20 and 30 is probably what I'll aim for. Because sometimes I kind of think, is a video too long, too short? But that also links with the next one, which is how many episodes of a role play would you watch? Now, 50% of you said you'd watch over 50 episodes. Like, if you're enjoying it, you'll just keep going with it. But the other 50% of you said, actually, no, you wouldn't go that long. And 30% of you said it would only be kind of 10 to 30. And the thing is, 50%, if those of you that would watch over 50 episodes would also, I'm assuming, still watch the kind of the 30 episodes one as well. So I think what I'm going to take from that is that I should go for slightly longer episodes with how long should a roleplay video be, and then try and keep it to a maximum of about kind of 30, 40 episodes around there. Just because otherwise it's not worth it. I mean, they're obviously fun for me to do, but it's kind of like diminishing returns in regards of viewers and things like that. Do you prefer long drawn-out stories? 67% of you said you like both, and 30% of you said you like long epics. Not many people like the short and sweet, so it looks like people like both styles, but there's not loads of people saying we want these to be a lot shorter. So this is what other role-play games I could play. So I'll kind of come show you through here. So annoyingly, this isn't percentage, so I'll probably put this on here. So 96% of you said you want like open world RPG stuff, Fallout, Skyrim, which is obviously probably why you're on the channel anyway. 50% of you said, and then basically it goes down from there. 50% of you said you'd watch open world linear games like Far Cry Horizon. 35% of you said you might watch linear action games, Metro, Uncharted. 23% of you said you might watch plot-based games. 27%, a bit higher, said you might watch Civilization Hearthstone. 10% of you said you might watch like a sports wrestling roleplay. And then there was various other ones. And a lot of you, this is the first time you guys were able to give kind of text responses. And there's loads of stuff there. And a lot of you guys were really, really complimentary. And you've given me some wonderful suggestions. So thank you for that. And there were some really good suggestions then. The games I haven't necessarily done myself, but it looks good. This was interesting because in my role plays, I cut out all of the leveling up and kind of behind the scenes stuff, but actually most of you said, 52% of you said you wanted to see all of it, and then another 50% of you said you didn't want to see, you wanted to see a little bit of it, and then only a third said they didn't want to see any of it. So I think what I'm going to do, if I get round to it, is keep all the leveling up and stuff out of the video, but then maybe at the end of each video, almost like post credits, have like okay, behind the magic. Sometimes they have like a behind, at the end of the DVD you have behind the scenes. So I might kind of say, so by the way, in this video I've changed the difficulty, or I've added this mod, or I've I've leveled up here. So I'll kind of keep it separate from the plot and put it at the end of the video when I've changed something. 73% of you said you wanted a character to be revealed as you go. A quarter said detailed intro before we begin, but the vast majority are liking the way I do it, which is basically you just find out who the character is as we go. This is pretty even. Should I play a male or a female character? 54% said be the girl, 46% said no. And obviously I think this is a question about immersion and how much you can kind of enjoy that video otherwise. And actually it was pretty split amongst the two. How many roleplay videos would you watch a week? By far it comes in at about 3 or 4, so that's going to be my maximum. But big chunk was saying actually you'd watch quite a lot. So when I'm doing stuff, so what I might try and do is actually I'll say this when as after I go down. Do you prefer videos to be released on a set time? So 63% said whenever, but almost 40% said they liked a routine. And then There was a couple of people on one of the questions, I can't remember which, saying that it'd be good if I did more than one game at a time. So I think what I'll try and do, and other channels do this, is have like a set time and a set day where the Fallout bobblehead series, for argument's sake, continues. You know, maybe twice a week there's a Fallout episode, and then maybe once a week at another time, and there's another roleplay series going. Because what that means I can do as well is I can film a load of it and then kind of release it over time, which hopefully makes it a bit more consistent for you guys. So, for example, this week there's been no releases. But in future, if I kind of film a lot more in advance, then you guys would have a kind of consistent release schedule. So even though it's in the minority, I think I will actually go for a routine with a set number of videos per week. So moving on down, you guys were very complimentary about me here. You said 90% of you said I had really good characters, interesting stories, humor, voices were all pretty high. Low ones were thumbnails, which I thought my thumbnails were quite distinctive, but that didn't come out as a strength. Good production was kind of near, and the humor was pretty high. Lots of the other things people said was that I kind of react well to things that go wrong and things that kind of happen as it goes in. People said I kind of pull you into the stories, which is really nice. Entertainment and things like that. Things you thought I could improve, which is nice, and this is a lower score, but it's obviously interesting to see what you guys think. Pace was one, which is interesting because I cut out all the leveling up, and I often re-record videos when I feel that the pace is slow, but pace is still coming out as the highest thing. I think pace in a roleplay is quite hard to do, unless you're properly just going quest. And I do sometimes, I will admit, I do sometimes stop and just kind of talk as the kind of character, but then I kind of feel that's kind of what the character is about. But I will bear in mind that 30% of you said pace could be better. Everything else was pretty low. 25% of you, a quarter of you said more drama, which I guess is linked to kind of pace and perhaps there being a bit more kind of tension going on. I think Fallout is a difficult game to have tension in because you die so quickly that basically you've either got no tension at all because your character is fine, or you've got no tension because your character's just died and been one hit killed. And so Fallout I don't think necessarily works as a tense game, unless it's just the way I play it. But there are other games that it's a lot, that are just in general a lot more kind of tense to go with. Thought-provoking commentary was 5th of you, video names, thumbnails was a quarter of you, and then a lot of you in here were kind of saying that the one person says here thumbnails are distinct. Whatever you're doing is fine. One person mentioned audio clipping, which I haven't have. I've had some problems with in the bobblehead one, and I think I've fixed them. So let me know if I haven't. Be the bad guy now and then. Someone said it's too dark, which is I agree. One of my videos was too dark, or a few of them. You gave me some nice selections of other people I can check out. And there's some quite lovely detailed bits and bobs of things that I can nick from other people or ideas, but most of you saying, you know, just keep doing it your way, which is very nice. But I will read through all these things and keep looking for ways to improve. Do you ever stop watching mid-video? Most of you kind of said no, like it's just kind of life things. But I guess the thing about you guys doing all the surveys is you are the guys that watch me, and I guess in some ways I'd like to ask the people that don't watch me and find out kind of why they don't. But most of you are very, very nice in saying that you mainly kind of keep up with. Favorite series so far, by far, it was Mitch, Bobblehead, and Sebastian. I think were the three that came up more than any others. And by Sebastian, I'm including the Skyrim one and the Fallout 3. They were the three that kind of came up over and over. 51% of you said aluminum, and 49% of you say aluminium. So I'm still going for aluminium. Most of you said that you liked a mixture of new and old games, so nothing conclusive there. That's fine. Favorite style of episodes. This is the contradiction in what you guys are saying, which is fine. It's okay to be contradictory, but the exploration videos were the most popular videos, which of course is the complete opposite of pace, because the exploration ones are often the kind of the ones where they're and drama, because the exploration ones are often the low drama, low pace ones. Only 15% of you said the action ones were most interesting, and only 16% said the ones that complete a quest. A quarter of you liked the funny ones, but by far its exploration was kind of what you want to see. Which is also then strange because Some of the Far Cry ones, I did a lot of kind of exploration, but they weren't actually particularly popular as a series. So I guess I'm more or less going to carry on what I should do. How should roleplay ends? Something appropriate from that character. Some people said completing the main quest, and only 2 people said the death of the character. So I think, you know, different things for different characters. And basically, you guys were saying that you just comment on videos when you enjoy them. Questions might make you more likely to comment, but not necessarily. So here's a question for you. I've got 2 other questions I'd like you to answer. First of all, any reactions to the results there? You know, do let me know your kind of thoughts and if you think there's anything I've missed on. Secondly, do numbers on the thumbnail matter? Because I'll confess here, I hate putting the numbers on the thumbnail. So you know, you have like the adipose down the side, you know, Fallout 4 roleplay, and then I used to kind of put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but it's a real pain. But then one person in one of the comments said that they often use the thumbnails to see if it's a new episode or not. So is it important? Discuss. The second question I wanted to ask was, does the title of the video matter? And if you look at some of my videos, I've changed quite a lot of times. So I used to start them with "Let's role play whatever the game is," and then the name, and then maybe the episode number. But then I think for the bobblehead ones, I kind of turned it around the other way, and I thought, you know, let's have a dramatic title. So now they're called something like, you know, Money, 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 number 5. Then there's kind of roleplay Fallout 4 down the end. And so I guess I'm particularly thinking about here new viewers. You know, what do you think would be the best thing to get in new viewers? Should it start with something like roleplay Fallout or roleplay whatever the game is, or does it need the Let's? You know, does it need the Let's roleplay? Does it need a snazzy title, or just episode 4, or does the snazzy title kind of draw you in, or the pun title? But no one's particularly commented on that. So, you know, tell me what other people do. Tell me what you'd like to see. What would make you click on a video, less likely to click on a video. So kind of imagine you're just Googling around as well. You know, what would you click on maybe for the first time? So I would like the channel to keep growing, even though I'm kind of doing role plays more. So what would make you that first click? You know, does it need to be a very kind of technical, let's role play, I don't know, Civilization, then the name of it? I don't know. What should the structure be? Give me some thoughts there. Thank you for doing the survey, to all of you, and thank you for your feedback. And I hope the results of the feedback have been interesting for you too. And I'll see you in the games. You've been fantastic, and so was I.